Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Wolverine or Logan from the first X-Men film. He could probably double up as Wolverine from X-Men 2 or X-Men Origins Wolverine as well. This is to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the first X-Men film. I got my figure from Amazon.com, but I actually saw these at Target yesterday as well, so they're definitely out and about. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging here. As you can see at the top, Marvel Legends, warning, ages 14 plus. Got the X-Men logo, Wolverine by Hasbro. Here he is in the package. Looks like he has two hands with claws attached, and then two hands without them. He also has two heads. At the top, Marvel Legends. The side, you can see Wolverine with his claws out. Same thing on the other side. At the bottom, there is a barcode, in case that helps anybody, as well as a bunch of credits. And then on the back, here he is in the dark, claws out. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. He does have two pairs of hands, and they're both fisted pairs, but one has the holes for the claws and one does not. Then he has two different heads, one angry and sort of screaming, the other one a little more regular. Now this is Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman in the X-Men film back in 2000, and they're just now making good quality figures of this film. So let's take a look at the figure. This is Hugh Jackman's likeness. It's a little rough on the screaming one, looks quite a bit better on the other head, and of course we'll check that out shortly. Hair, going back, the Wolverine, got the beard. His signature brown jacket with the stripes on it from the first film, showing how he gets in X-Men Origins. He's got the flannel under there. It looks like a white wife beater under that. Some faded jeans looking pretty nice. And then some brown boots. His claws, the movie look. I like the movie version of the claws much better than the comic version as far as the Hasbro figures goes. And then here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Next, let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with his hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists, and these don't have the holes for the claws. Now, I do want to give him credit for giving you both pairs of fists, because they do look a little weird with the holes in them. But if it were up to me and I had a choice between two pairs of hands, I would have picked the fists with the holes, as well as some gripping hands. That way it could have fists or gripping hands. I can kind of get past the holes if needed. This Wolverine's not going to be able to hold a beer like I'd like him to be able to. And here he is with his other pair of hands. These have the holes to attach his Wolverine claws. Now the holes are noticeable, but I can kind of get over if I have to. Like I said before, I'm happy to have both pairs of fists, but I really wanted a gripping hand with him as well. And here he is, super mad with his angry face and his claws out. Wolverine style. He can put his claws in the shape of an X, kind of making an X-Men logo. You can have just one claw coming out, making an inappropriate gesture. I believe this Wolverine did that to Cyclops in one of the films. And if he had a gripping hand, he could hold this can of beer to be able to use one claw and puncture it open. Now let's check out his heads. He has two of them, one with a regular expression, one an angry, screaming expression. The one on the left definitely resembles Hugh Jackman more to me. You're exposed to the one on the right first. It's the one on the figure in the packaging. And I think it just looks a little bit less like Hugh Jackman. Here's his first head with the regular expression. And here's his second angry head for when he has the claws out. And now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to top, sitting at about 6.4 inches tall, which is going to translate to a little bit over 16 centimeters. And now, let's check out his articulation. Of course, his head can rotate from side to side, can look up and down about that much. Head can tilt from one side to the other, giving him a good amount of personality. Shoulders on a ball joint, they go out more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got a bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows below that, they go at this far. His wrist can rotate around, and it's going to be hinged as well. He's got an ab crunch in the middle here, allowing him to go forward and back. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs on a ball joint, they can go out this far, forward that far, back really not at all. It's got a thigh cut below that, double jointed knees below that, and then his feet here goes up, down, and then it can tilt and rock as well. Here's Wolverine at the bar having a beer after he collected his winnings. And then things get out of hand as the guy he beats realizes he's a mutant. Get out of my bar, freak! Here's Wolverine taking on Sabertooth from the first film. This is an old Sabertooth figure from the early 2000s. And here's Wolverine failing to take out Magneto as Magneto's getting ready to capture Rogue, reminding Wolverine that that metal adamantium runs through his entire body. And now, let's check them out compared with some other action figures, starting off with some other Marvel figures. Here he is, next to another Hugh Jackman Wolverine Hasbro Marvel Legends figure. This is an Amazon exclusive Wolverine Logan action figure. This one is presumably from X-Men Origins Wolverine, but really could be used as an X-Men 1, 2, or 3 figure as well. And if you wanted to, you could put the Amazon exclusives head on this body. I think that head looks a little bit better. The face is pretty similar, but the hair screams Wolverine a little bit more. Here he is, next to all the figures I have that could be from Fox's X-Men. They did make a couple other figures from Days of Future Past. I passed on the Mystique figure, as I'm not sure what I could possibly use her in my overall action figure world for. Maybe I'll end up picking her up, I might end up regretting that. To me, this collection is almost pointless if you're not going to give us a Hugh Jackman Wolverine in the black X-Men suit. And if you're going to do that, I'm going to need Jean Grey, Storm, and Cyclops as well. And here he is, next to a bunch of the older X-Men movie figures from the early 2000s. I used to have a few more of them. Then, here he is, next to all the other Logan or Wolverine Marvel Legends figures that I have. I believe the one on the far left is from back when Toy Biz was making Marvel Legends. And now, let's check them out, compare to some action figures from different various companies, to see how he fits in with scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Here he is, with some more of his Hasbro Marvel Legends brothers. And here he is, with some more of his Hasbro brothers. Here he is, with some Hasbro G.I. Joe classified figures. Then, with some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. And here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. Then, next to some Mafex figures. And now, next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here he is, next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Then, with some Mattel wrestling figures. And here, with some NECA figures. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here, with some McFarlane figures. And finally, here he is, next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. So overall, this figure's pretty cool. The old Fox X-Men films have a special place in my heart. X-Men and Spider-Man and the Christopher Nolan Batman films ushered in this current era of comic book films. This figure looks like Hugh Jackman. They did a pretty good job there. He's in his civilian attire, and I think it looks great. The claws look fantastic. The paint job is excellent. The articulation is very good as well. What you'll typically get with a Marvel Legends figure. Like I said, I really do hope they put out the team from the first X-Men film in their actual X-Men costumes. If I were to rate this guy, I think he's worthy of a 7.5 out of 10. Enjoying this guy quite a bit. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.